you everyone for joining this evening. I'm currently in industry. I have been in private practice over the last 2 decades, but I've recently gone into industry, which has involved me being inside a strata management company, which is basically, in simple terms, a bird's eye view of all things property. And so a topic that's coming up time and time again for us with strata management and building management is just the activity of residents and what's happening in our common spaces, and the friction that can at times cause between use of the common property or activities within private lots spilling onto the common property. It's relevant for our budgets, resident amenity. It's cutting across a lot of areas, but short letting has become more of a topical issue as we go into economic tightening. We're noticing that lot owners that might be experiencing financial hardship are choosing to move out of their properties and change them to short letting. So in Victoria, in Melbourne, I'm noticing this quite frequently, that we will find lot owners want to, if you like, turbocharge their income stream and circumvent the residential tenancy legislation. So what I'll try and do for you today is provide you with sort of some practical experience for me in industry, and just commentary on what's happening around the country, because people are often curious, how far are the short letting provisions going around the country? Which states are moving on this most? And have our provisions in some of these states worked? I'll talk from a Victorian perspective and address it from my experience, but it's really just giving you an overview, giving you some level of confidence and understanding as to what's happening between the states to address what we call short letting, or typically it might be Airbnb. If you have any questions during the session, feel free to pop those in the chat, and what I'll try and do is address those at the end of the session. Okay, thanks everyone. Let's move through the slides. Okay, so what is short letting? Basically, short letting is not a fixed term rental arrangement. It's inherently residential in nature. We typically see it in a residential setting. I'm not going to touch on commercial settings where you might have a kiosk or something unusual happening on common property or licenses. I'm more focused on private lots where there is short letting for short-term residential stays by a series of guests, and that activity may or may not be managed by a property manager, okay? It may be self-managed by the lot owner, or it may be managed by a short stay letting agent.